Hi guys, I'm Claire.
And I'm Katie.
And welcome back to the Margarita Madness podcast.
Woohoo!
Woohoo, happy Friday. We're coming to you on a Friday.
Sorry people, I had to get my wisdom teeth out, so we had to wait till I didn't feel terrible.
Yeah, it's big news, yeah.
Yeah, big deal. She's no longer wisdomous.
Lost all her wisdom.
I really did.
Unfortunately.
All 4 of them. Yes, it's been exactly a week. I'm not loving it, but it's fine. It'll get better soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had to wait till I could actually, open my mouth to do that.
Yes, I'm very glad you're on the mend, at least feeling better.
Everyone should know that Claire brought me ice cream the day that I got it done, but I, in fact, was asleep, and my dad was on a work call. So he said, oh my god, Claire brought you ice cream, but I felt so bad because I was on a work call. I feel so bad. I was like, I think it's fine.
No, I felt so bad for intruding because, I thought you would be sleeping because, whenever you come out of, anesthesia or whatever, you just feel really tired.
Yeah.
And so I just was going to, drop it off, and I'm like, oh wait, it's ice cream. I probably shouldn't just leave it. So I knocked, and I felt bad because I interrupted your dad's call.
I don't remember where my mom was. Typically my mom is more okay to do things on her work calls, but my dad is not. But I don't know. I feel like I don't remember where she was. I feel like she was.
Oops.
Oh, I know where she was.
Really
she was in the house, but she was on a very important call, so she could not go to the door.
Yeah, and then I was like, wait, I really should be not going during business hours, but
my parents are. I was going to say, I told my brother, I texted him the other day, I said, I really need you to come home, I'm really bored, I need a friend, because I can't even talk to my parents during the day while they're on their work calls, they really don't have time, and I'm just sitting here in the house doing nothing alone.
Yeah, so I felt bad, but I'm glad that the ice cream was loved.
It was very loved, my family ate it, I ate it, it's gone already.
Hope your dad ate some to make up for me.
Oh, he did, so did my mom.
That's good. Also, all our parents got vaccinated, so that's exciting.
Yeah, big news. All of our parents mine are just first dose.
Oh, same. Yeah.
I got my date for my second dose. That's good.
Yeah, we love that.
Love that.
I think I might be getting my first one soon. We'll see.
Fingers crossed, people. Because
of issues. Medical issues we love. Sometimes they can work in your favor.
Well,
Sometimes they get you a vaccine.
And then sometimes you have to order 10 packs of soup on Amazon because that's the only place that sells gluten-free mushroom soup.
Yes, and sometimes you have to put eardrops into your ears. A lot of
God. Me and Claire were having a conversation about eardrops the other day, and from all my ear surgeries, that was the worst part. Not the actual surgery, it's the eardrops after.
That's a whole nother...
Eardrops is one of the least pleasant feelings ever.
It really is. Especially when you have no inner ear, and it just goes right...
There's just really nothing pleasant about the experience, no.
Well, with that being said...
What was your highlight?
Yeah, I was going to say, well, I think my highlight was, since we last spoke, I finished school.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Officially a 4th year. I still have 2 more years to go, but you know what? We're 3/5 there.
She's officially a 4th year, and she's not okay about it. I like to not think about it very much.
Me neither. It's kind of not okay with me.
You still got time, girl.
I know, but only 1 more year. Then everyone else.
It's a scary thought. I like to push it away out of my mind as far as possible.
Yeah, and then my master's. Oof.
Well, yeah, me too, but I can't even think about that yet. No time for that.
Yeah. One step at a time.
Yeah.
How about you? What was the highlight of your week?
Nothing. I've been doing nothing except for recovering.
You know what? That's all you need to be doing. That's good.
Ice cream, maybe. That's a benefit.
Oh, yes. Honestly, the good thing about wisdom teeth surgery is, you have an excuse to, eat ice cream and
Here's my dilemma with that. I think that's all great, but I like savory things much more than sweet. So everyone's like, oh, you must be loving all the ice cream you're eating. I'm like, I like it, but I really wish I could have, a sandwich.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I did have strawberry ice cream last night, though, because they said don't eat seeds for a while because you don't want them to get stuck in your teeth. So I had strawberry ice cream, and it's my favorite, so I was really excited about that.
That's so exciting.
What else is going on? Nothing. Just lonely. Need my brother to come home, so I'm not lonely. Need my job to open up, so I have things to do.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, like, yeah, and I don't know, Toronto's another stay-at-home order, still in lockdown.
Petition for golf courses to open.
Yes.
There is a petition going around. You can sign it, saying you want golf courses to open.
Yeah, for sure. So, yep, sign it if you live in Ontario.
If you want to do anything.
It really is weird that they closed it, like...
Well, this is the most restrictions we've had, like, ever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think...
But still, so many people are not taking it seriously.
Yeah, things are not well here in Ontario.
We're exactly in the same place as we were last year.
Worse, actually.
Well, then that's great. It's really great.
In terms of case count. I mean, yes. I guess we have vaccines and stuff coming out, but...
Yeah.
So, really love that for us.
Yeah, if you're in a hotspot location, go get it.
Go get it. Or if you're over
40 plus, go get it.
Yeah, they just lowered the age of AstraZeneca to 30, so I think...
Oh, wow, I didn't know that, even.
Yeah, I got a notification about that today. So
you were just thinking 30, that, like, you're 30 mentally, so you should be able to go get it? Is that why you're like... I said that to someone today, actually. I said, I know you're 63 mentally, but how are you getting a vaccine, like, right now? They're like, oh, my address. I'm like, oh, got it right. Forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah, and, like, certain medical things, too.
Oh, yes, but I just mean, like... No.
So, yeah, if you're able to, go get it.
Yeah, I will say, placement wasn't my favorite. It was good, but it wasn't my favorite. But I am grateful that I got to get the vaccine pretty quickly. I guess it was at the end of the first phase. That was really quickly. Yeah,
that's honestly, like, I cannot wait to get it. Like, literally, I think I will probably literally tear up because...
Here's the problem. I was a little flustered when I got there, and I was so young, and I was doing it, like, with the company that I was working with, and I was, like, the last one of the day, and I was bleeding, as we know. But I was a little emotional on the inside. Couldn't be emotional on the outside, but I was, like, really emotional on the inside.
I know. Like, I feel like I'm going to be.
You know what? More than I wanted to get it, I wanted my parents to get it, so I'm glad that...
Oh, I know. Literally same. Like, I was so happy when they could.
When my mom went, I was like, thank goodness. Now, yeah, but here's the problem. Now my brother, a little 18-year-old Samuel, his name isn't actually Samuel, but that's what I call him, people. I don't think he likes it, but that's fine.
Love it.
Love it. Love to see it. Name. There was something that came out, though, that said you can get pre-registered if you're, like, 16 plus in Guelph, and I was like, pardon me? What? It's just pre-register for whenever they open it up. And I'm like, you don't even know if you'll be at school then. Like, what if it's this
Who knows? Honestly, like, the vaccine rollout in Canada has been something else.
Well, you
literally have to follow, like, underground, like, Twitter accounts. Like,
Well, I was watching the news, because the day that I got my teeth out, or the day after, I don't remember, they made the announcement about what they're doing. And I was watching it, and they were like, oh, they're, like, coming in with all these shipments of Pfizer and, like, way less Moderna. And I was like, well, that is concerning for all the people that they gave Moderna at first. Because they've vaccinated quite a few people with it, and now they have less. It's a little concerning.
Yeah, it is.
Well, questionable measures. Also, questionable. They said AstraZeneca is only ideal for, like, whatever the age range was, like 55 plus. I'm just confused. How is it only ideal for them? Wouldn't you, like...
I don't know. I think it was just, like, you know, at a certain point, like, for certain age groups, the benefit of getting the vaccine outweighs, like, the risk. And then as they're figuring out, like, you know, there's really not as much risk, like, that's why they're lowering it, I guess.
Craziness.
So, I honestly hope they lower it to, like, all age groups so that there's now, like, 3 options for people to get as opposed to 2.
Yeah.
And also we're getting a Johnson & Johnson shipment soon, I was hearing. So that's good.
Yeah, they're being, it's really, really interesting. They're being a lot more careful about blood clots and things with these vaccines. But, like, I was saying to Claire the other day, birth control is, or was I saying it to my roommates? I don't remember. He's like, has the blood clot rate of, like, 1 in 1,000. Like,
it's so true. And they are, like, different types of blood clots, but, like, it's interesting that, like, it's not
that,
much of
like,
a concern.
a lot of women in the world are on birth control, and
Yeah.
the 1 in 1,000 are some pretty good odds.
So that's why, like, I'm honestly not worried about it.
I mean, I didn't have a choice.
No, I know.
Happy with whatever I was provided with, so.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, get whatever you.
Unless you can't, like, but.
Yeah,
like,
but like when you can, like, just get the first one that can get into your arm.
Get the first one that can get into your arm.
Long story short,
get it if you can.
If you can, whenever you can. Let's beat this, people.
People. Oh, goodness. I feel
Right.
like we always talk about this. We really rant about too much at the beginning of these episodes. We need to cut it down.
Well, you know what? It's been a while, so we have stuff to catch up on.
Yeah.
Someone's purchased a new whip.
Well, I have an exciting thing coming next week. I was gonna bring that up in what we're looking forward to.
Oh no, I spoiled it.
That's all right. Let's just move into the episode.
You know what? My bad. Okay. Okay. So this week we're doing the case of Karina Holmer, which is a case I heard about through. Honestly, I think this was like the first true crime case I ever listened to.
Oh wow.
And it's kind of stuck with me, so I thought we'd do it. So Karina was 19 in 1995. She was from Sweden, and she won the lottery there, which gave her $1,500, and she wanted to take the money to live in America. So she got a job as an au pair in Dover, Massachusetts. She was not registered with an au pair agency, though, so it was questionable how she got connected with the family. She worked for the family of Frank Ratt and Susan Nitzer. Frank is a commercial photographer and Susan is an artist, so they were both pretty prominent, like, people, which is why they chose to, like, keep their own last names. And so Karina would work for them during the weeks, and she had weekends off, and she was said to spend a lot of weekends in a loft that Frank had, but it was a little, like, unclear whether, like, you know, she was going there alone or whether they were, like, having a thing.
Having a thing. I think that's called an affair. But
an affair, yeah.
Thing is much better. We should change it universally to having a thing.
Yes.
I like that
I like it better.
Yeah, I like it better.
So in the summer of 1996, she had been in America for a few months, and she sent a couple of letters home saying she's cutting her trip short because she's tired of doing housework, which is like a mood, like, same. One letter was sent to her friend because, quote, something terrible happened, and in the letter she said that she can't say what it is, but she'll tell her when she gets home. Not something you ever want to hear.
Yeah, no, that's really concerning.
If someone, like, well, I guess it wouldn't be like writing a letter, it'd be like texting nowadays, but something like, something terrible happened, it'd be like, tell me. Like,
I think it's worse in a letter because it takes so long to, like, get the information back.
If you ever texted me, like, something terrible happened, I'd be like, what? Like, what happened?
Let me know,
like,
right now.
Like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, but the friend didn't think much of it at first. She was just kind of like, oh, like, you know,
Didn't think much of it.
Well, she was just like, you know what, like, I'll just find out when I get home. Like, obviously this letter came, like, I'll just find out when she gets home.
I would definitely think more of it, though, if I heard that.
Well, this friend did not.
Clearly.
So maybe they weren't that good friends. Who knows?
But then why would she be getting a letter? It's just...
I don't know. I would be very concerned.
I would just be nosy. I just don't know.
Like you said, even if it was a letter, especially if it was a letter, because you don't know, like, what happened between, like, when the letter was sent and, like, now. Interesting. So Karina seems to be living a normal life in Boston. She has a large group of friends and is dating. Love that for her. So the story actually begins on Friday, June 21st, 1996. Her and her friends meet downtown at a loft, and it's unclear if it's her loft or her friend's loft, but they all go to Zanzibar downtown. she went out wearing a black or gray shirt with tight, shiny silver pants, which
she sounds noticeable.
I want a pair of tight, shiny silver pants.
You know what you actually do have? Remember that picture I sent you the other day?
Oh my gosh.
Just to cut in, I sent Claire a picture. We have an old laptop in my house that has, like, really old photos from, like, younger years of our lives on it. And I sent Claire a picture that I found. And it's me in, I think, 9th grade. In Claire's house, in one of her old Halloween costumes. It's, like, a white crop top and these, like, really short, obviously she wore them as a child, like, sparkly silver pants. I don't know what it was, but
I was like a rock pop star for Halloween one year.
It was a great picture. So you do in fact actually have some tight, shiny silver pants.
Catch me wearing those to the club when things open.
That I would love to see.
So she goes in with her friend. She's having a good time and she gets really intoxicated, a mood.
Claire said to me before this, I really need a margarita. I was like,
I really do. You know what? Like, this has been a long 18 months now.
I was going to say, yeah.
It's been rough. I need a marg. So she leaves. Sorry.
Having a moment.
I'm not laughing at this. I'm laughing.
She's laughing at the shiny silver pants.
Yes. So she leaves between 2 and 3 a.m., but they don't, like, people don't know how or, like, in what state or who with. So one person said she had fallen asleep and the bouncer kicked her out, which is me.
I would be asleep at 2 or 3 a.m. as well.
She went out with an older man, is another witness. Another witness says she just exited the bar, like, normally by herself. At some point, she did try to get back in to find her friend, but the bouncer wouldn't let her back in. Always leave with the group you came with.
Exactly.
Number 1 rule. She was seen talking and dancing with a homeless man for a while. And then see her talking to a man, this part kills me, with a really large white dog. And the dog and him were wearing matching Superman suits.
I'm sorry, is this a guarantee that happened, or, like, someone just said that?
No, like, this is pretty factual.
Okay, so many questions about that. 1, why is this man walking his dog at 3 a.m.?
You know what, we'll get into that.
And secondly, I don't know if you're trying to blend in, but I'd say those outfits are not the way to do it.
I would say so too, but also, like, I too would dress up in a matching costume.
I might during the day, but I'm not sure I'd have the effort at 3 a.m. to get in that getup.
Yeah, like, I have now decided that for Halloween I am going to get me and Stella a matching costume.
Oh, you should.
Stella is my dog, if I have not mentioned that on this podcast. I think I have, because she's been barking in some of our
Stella's definitely been a guest star unannounced before.
Can't wait for that to return.
Love it.
So another person said she was seen walking on a street adjacent from the bar.
All right. You know you skipped many lines here, right?
Oh, I did?
With some very important details.
Oh, I did. Okay, excuse me. So someone overheard the man saying he's from the north area. So not only is he walking his dog at 3 a.m., but, like, at an area that's, like, not just, like, by his home.
It's very weird.
Another possible sighting of her is talking to 4 men in a silver car trying to get her to go to an after party, but it's unclear whether she went or not.
So at this point we have no idea where she is.
Pardon?
So at this point we have no idea where she is.
Pretty much. Another person said she was seen walking on the street adjacent from the bar.
Between 3:30 and 4 a.m., someone spots her in front of a 24-hour store about a mile from the bar. This is very close to where her body was found. All the sightings stop at this point. Sunday afternoon, there is a news broadcast that a body of an unidentified blonde woman has been found with a fake ID. Ooh. The family calls the police at this point.
I just want to say, like, I find this a little, like, sus, because, like, the only information they have is, like, it's a blonde person like, found with the fake ID. So, like, why would the family immediately be like, oh, like...
Wait, is it her family or the family she was working for?
Oh, sorry, like, the family she was working for.
Well, it's probably because she didn't show up to work.
No, but it was a Sunday. Like, they don't hear from her on the weekend. She doesn't work for them. So that's why I find that a little, like...
It is
like,
a little
why would that
sus,
be their first thought when they hear, like, a blonde girl?
Yeah,
There's so many blonde people.
There's so many. It is weird.
I'm a blonde gal, you know? Like, there's just so many of us.
There's so many of us. Actually, blonde hair is one of the least common. Natural blonde hair is one of the least common.
True. Like, true blonde. Because even my, like, a dirty blonde, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, Sunday a.m., there is a homeless man digging through the trash and finds his black garbage bag with a torso of a woman. She had been totally cleaned, no account if she was clothed or not. Oh. The body had been strangled and severed at the waist. Well, that is really something.
It really is.
Yeah. Once police report says that she may have been alive 24 hours after she was last seen. There was not a lot of blood. This was a secondary scene. And they never found her waist or legs. That is so creepy.
It really is. Like, to this day. Like, that just really gives me the creeps.
Not finding it creeps me out. It's that someone just had the audacity to do it in the first place.
I know, it's very audacious.
Once the host family calls in the police, officer starts investigating. It's a little strange that they called in since they don't usually hear from her on the weekends. The police want to investigate them, and they shut down and lawyered up. They were very uncooperative, which is also sus, because, like, if you didn't do anything, why would you not?
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, exactly.
And other nannies had very unflattering things to say about Frank.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I feel like a lot of times people are like, oh, they're lawyering up, they're guilty. Like, I think lawyering up is a smart thing to do, like, even if you're not guilty, but just, like, the not cooperative part.
Yes, I was going to say the exact same thing. Lawyering up, always good, because I would just be so nervous that I might say something stupid even if I didn't do anything.
Right.
But, like, definitely being uncooperative. If you have nothing to hide, like, why do you care?
Yeah, like, there's a difference, but, like, you can have a lawyer and, like, be cooperative and answer their questions and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, for sure. I don't know. This family
it's a weird one. And also, they're clearly sus if other people said, like, weird things about Frank.
Oh, yeah. And as they are investigating the family at 9:20 p.m. on Monday evening, so this would be like the day after her body was found, there is a dumpster fire right behind her employer's home, which is like a little sus, in my opinion.
No, it's not just a little sus. In all capitals, Claire puts so suspicious with 3 question marks. So it's not a little sus. It's like really sus.
This has been the part that has always like made me wonder, like, what was in that dumpster?
I think we know.
But do we? Like, we don't know for sure, because they completely empty out the dumpster, but they don't find anything that can be tied back to Karina, because everything's, like, pretty destroyed.
But exactly. If it's pretty destroyed, then, like...
Yeah. So, since they couldn't link anything to the family, they looked to other suspects. So, they start with the homeless man that she was dancing and talking to. They find out that his name is Juan Polo. Not Juan Pablo, Juan Polo.
Well, that's just fancier.
It is. It reminds me of, like, Marco Polo, but...
Or I was thinking, like, Polo, like the brand.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they quickly rule him out because he had plenty of alibis. So they decide that their next best bet is to track down the man dressed as a Superman with his dog. I
would just like to say, this man doesn't have a home, Juan Polo, but he has many friends. They're willing to be his alibis. He's got it going for him.
Yes, for sure. And the police kind of said the same thing that, like, we did. It's a little sus. Like, why are they just casually out at 3 a.m.? His name is Herb Whitten, and he actually lived in Andover, Massachusetts, which is about 30-ish minutes away from Boston.
Did my man walk from there with the dog?
I know, these are the questions. So
because if it's 30 minutes driving, it is not 30 minutes walking.
Yeah, so so according to him, he would frequently walk his dog downtown, but it seems like a weird thing to do at 3 a.m. If I were to walk my dog at 3 a.m., which I wouldn't do normally,
yeah,
I wouldn't whip downtown. Well, one, I don't have a whip, but
you wouldn't walk downtown either, though.
No, exactly. So they end up ruling him out because he got a speeding ticket that night. But this is I don't think this is really airtight, because if the police say that she could be alive 24 hours after, it doesn't mean she had to be dead at this point. And did they search the car to give her this ticket? Just, it's sus.
The police are always so incompetent when we do these. I've said it before.
Yes. Well, one thing we'll get into is this is the Boston in the 90s, and the police department at this time was notoriously corrupt.
Nice.
So
awesome.
We just love to see it.
Love to see it.
Another suspect that comes out is John Swizz. He lived really close to where her body was found. He was odd, and he had a few run-ins with the law. He had a song come out shortly after that referenced Zanzibar, where Karina was, but other than that, there was no real connection.
Wow, he's an artist, a singer.
Yeah. So, and then there was brief talk of a man named Eugene McCallum, who in 2000 killed and decapitated a prostitute and a man from East Boston. They like to link him to the case because of the decapitation, but there really wasn't anything else. And so there's other really random stuff connected to the case. So in the same building where the dumpster is that her body was found, there is a kind of famous case of Rothy Kosidin, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, who killed his friend in the desert years later. And he said that he killed his friend as a mercy killing because they were dehydrated, didn't have water and were lost and stuff. But it turns out they weren't as dehydrated as he claimed, and he is now in jail. So I guess it's just a little sus that someone who did this shortly after also lived by where the dumpster her body was found. But again, that's not a true link. It's just a suspicion. So the case kind of stalls at this point, and they still don't even have a crime scene. So 1 year after her murder, Herb Whitman, the dog man, he commits suicide, and a lot of people think it was because he was guilty. The police still don't know for sure, obviously. And the case goes back to being cold. And I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but she was actually dating a cop a while before this. And the cop was said to be cleared, but they don't give his alibi or anything. And like I said, the Boston police in the 90s, specifically around this time, was notoriously corrupt. So take with that what you will. I wouldn't put it over on the cops to cover it up if they did know that he had something to do with it. And then really this is where the case stands, and they still don't know where the crime scene is or her lower half. That's really it.
You want to know my thoughts?
Yes, I do.
I think it's Frank, and here's why. He seems sus already.
I would have to agree.
She's staying in his apartment. Why does he have a separate apartment anyways? I don't know. They say they see her with an older man. He's clearly an older man. It's just all around sus. And
it is.
I don't know. Clearly, this Frank man is a mastermind. He hasn't gotten away with it, and it's been however long it's been.
Yeah. I just go back to, I still think it's fairly suspicious that, this happened on, it was a Friday night, or, was it a Friday night or Saturday night? Some, weekend night, right? And it was found, Friday. Or, the early morning of Saturday. And then her body was found, and, it was announced on Sunday. But they didn't have a name or anything. They were just, a blonde girl with a fake ID. And so the thing is, it wasn't it would have been weird that they hadn't heard from her at that point, right? Like, it was the weekend and she's off on the weekend. So I just think it's weird that, like, they heard that and immediately called the police.
That just makes me feel like it's Frank even more, because maybe they're having a thing, like you said, and that's how he knew that she, like, wasn't home.
Right.
Because she was staying in his apartment.
Right.
Place or whatever it is.
Yeah. I definitely think so. I am also slightly suspicious of the cop she dated. To be honest, just because, like, I wouldn't put it over on the police department to, like, cover it up that he did it.
If anything, I'm not shockingly suspicious of him. If it wasn't Frank, I feel like it was Dogman. It's just really weird.
It is. Yeah, I do have to say that I think the most likely suspect would have to be Frank.
Frank.
It's just sus. It really is sus.
Me and Claire are, in fact, detectives every time we do this, and we would be much better and way less biased than the police, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Much more competent.
And also, I feel like there had just been some, like, other not so great things said about him, so.
Oh, yeah. Like, it was clear he was sus already.
So, yeah, just not ideal.
That's the tea. It was Frank.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know why that's, like, always hit me. I guess maybe because, I mean, when I started listening to it, like, you know, she's only, like, a few years older at the time, like, 19. And I don't know. It's just how, like, she came to America, like, you know, wanting to start a new life and all of that. And this happened. And it's just...
I really wonder what that bad thing that happened was. Now no one will know.
Everyone's wondering.
Yeah.
But that's why I don't know if it would be the man, because I think it has something to do with the bad thing that
Frank.
she wrote about.
Yeah.
But I also wonder, like, could it have been something to do with, like, the cop was threatening her, like, her boyfriend? Like, I don't know. I really do think it's Frank, but I also, like, my second in line would, like, be the cop boyfriend. I have to say.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, let us know your thoughts.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts.
Because I've always been curious by this case.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that.
It's so many thoughts. I guess, like, my first thought was, wow, she's really young to win the lottery. She's only 19. And I was thinking, oh, $1,500 isn't that much, but it's also, like, a long time ago, so the lottery was probably less, so.
Yeah.
It's just really interesting that she was like, I want to go live in the Americas. Like, why?
I know.
Sweden seems like a fine place.
America. I want to go to Sweden.
Yeah, like, Sweden seems like a fine place. Why would you want to come to America?
Yeah, America is, like, I feel like it's just overly idealized.
I would have to agree.
Like, it's really not it. It's not it over there.
I
gotta say.
I mean,
yeah. I don't know why I would have to agree with you there. Yeah. Well, we hope you enjoyed, and I guess we'll end off with what we're looking forward to this week.
Would you like to go first?
I don't know. I mean, it's a pretty quiet week, honestly.
Far in advance, you're looking forward to High School Musical, the series coming out.
Oh, yes. Season 2. I guess my birthday's on Thursday.
Oh my god, how are you? It's a pretty plain week. She is in fact turning 21 next week.
Yeah,
so.
But I just figured we'd have. Oh yeah, I guess like an episode will be going up on my birthday.
Yeah.
So like that won't be looking forward anymore. But yeah, so I guess my birthday, I'm looking forward to being 21. I mean, honestly, I always get a little like nostalgic and like don't love growing up. But it's fine. 21 is still young.
I was saying to Claire, now we have to say we're in our 20s. We're not 20, we're in our 20s.
Yeah. I don't know, I just think, like, for many reasons, 21, I just feel like this year is going to be a big change because of certain things going on in my life. So, you know, might be living somewhere new.
I definitely think this year is a season of change for both of us for different reasons.
Yeah. Excited to go through that season
Excited
together.
and scared, I would say.
You know what? Excited to go through that season of change together. We can freak out together.
I only say it's a real season of change because I'm graduating. You might move.
Yes.
You're going to be going into your last year of school.
Still in Toronto, which is good, but...
Crazy.
We'll
call it a season of change. Well,
you know, with everything else, I'm kind of glad I'm not graduating this year.
I'm not sure you could handle it. Honestly. No, not that I don't think you're great and strong. There's just a lot that's going to change.
There really is. I mean, I definitely could handle it, but, I'm glad I have another year.
Yeah. I would just like to say before I get to what I'm looking forward to, Claire has a really nice grout fit on. 3 different pieces of gray. But gray is the comfiest color, mark my words.
I was literally discussing it, and then I think I was, talking about it with my mom one time, and she's like, how can a color be comfortable? And I was like, you don't understand, gray.
Like heather gray. And specifically that gray.
Yeah, my grandma loved gray. Gray was, her color. And
I love gray.
But it's just funny because it's 3 different shades, 3 different shades.
I'm not saying it's your best outfit.
But you know what? I'm feeling V cozy, so it's fine.
I'm not saying it's your worst outfit either. I'm just saying.
Oh, I would definitely not say it's my worst outfit.
No. The sparkly silver pants might battle that.
No, I think that might be one of my best outfits.
It's pretty spunky, that one.
It's a look.
For my looking forward to.
Yes.
I have something really exciting lined up for next week. I'll be able to talk about it next podcast. So
almost spoiled it. I'm sorry.
Little spoiler, that's all right. Well, not too much was given away. So that's exciting. I've been planning for this for a long time.
Yeah.
I was telling Claire while I was doing stuff for it this week, I couldn't stop smiling. It was really hurting my teeth, my surgery, but that's all right.
Yes.
Actually, 3 really exciting things I was telling Claire before. Going to the dermatologist for another. I don't need to give out those details, but that's really exciting for me. I've been waiting for this appointment for a while too. And Claire's birthday, of course. I was telling Claire, I think this might be my best year for her gifts, and they're just sitting over there.
Oh, me too. Mine, as you know, our tourist season, our birthdays are close. We said it 500
We are,
times.
in fact, only 10 days apart.
But I got Katie's present for her in the mail the other day, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, I got Claire's today, and I was showing all my friends from school, and we're all just very excited. Not that they really know Claire. We're just...
I feel like I've gotten to know kind of some of your friends.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to come visit Brantford this year.
I'm not sure you would, but...
It would be a time.
Oh my god, terrible news. So Laurier has, this is common knowledge, Laurier has a deal with the city of Brantford that they have this plan where they are buying, so I don't really have a campus. The school of Laurier in Brantford is just random buildings in downtown. The school just bought random things because they have this deal with the city that they're gonna they have a 10-year plan to revamp the city. Is it working so far? No, but that's fine. I only say no because numbers going to Laurier Brantford, there's just not enough students to have a whole revamp. So anyways, they the school actually just bought the one and only club downtown.
Oh.
And my friend who's a Dawn there, so she's still there, took a picture of them tearing it down the other day, and it was really disappointing.
Oh no.
They're going to turn it into a parking lot. So no more bar in Brantford for students, but you do get a parking lot.
Oh my god.
That's so
tragic.
It is a little tragic. Not that we were going there anyways, but some good memories in NV. And I don't mean envy like the word, I mean envy like the 2 letters. NV.
Sounds like a time.
It was a blast. It was the grossest place I've ever been in, but great memories.
That's great. I'm really sad.
I'm also a little sad. I don't love going to
to experience it.
I never loved going to the club, but now I'm a little sad that I don't get the opportunity to ever go to NB again.
The club. I'm so excited to go.
I exclusively call it the club, and I think it freaks people out.
Oh, I now call it that. I've also been practicing my dance moves for the club when it's open.
My favorite thing that Claire does, really, it always makes my day, is when she sends me a video of her dance workouts.
Yeah, once a week for, like, to change up my cardio, I do, like, a dance workout from MadFit. Gonna plug her yet again. And I just love sending a sneak peek.
Or, like, sometimes she does a veggie tour where she sends me the veggies she's eating. I love veggie tour day.
Really, really the content you get when you're friends with me.
You know what I was saying? Yesterday when she was sending me veggie tour, I was getting kind of sad because I haven't had veggies in a long time.
Yeah, I felt a bit bad. I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have sent veggie tour.
I still love veggie tour.
But it's the most exciting thing going on in my life right now.
You know what? And that is nice. That is exciting. I'm really happy for you. It still brings joy to me even though I can't eat them.
Yeah, so, you know what? If you want to be friends with me, I will send you veggie tours.
She will.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Well, I guess that's our episode.
Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, our Instagrams are at katie.bodison.
And I'm at claire.o'hagan.
And the podcast Instagram is at Margarita Madness Podcast.
Yes, hit us up. Let us know if you have any case suggestions, anything you want us to talk about.
Any birthday messages for Claire?
Oh, too sweet. Yes, next time. Actually, no, you won't. Next time you hear from me,
Next time she'll only be 2 days closer. She'll be 2 days closer to 21.
Yeah. Well, the next episode you hear, I'll be 21, but I will not be when I'm recording it, which is kind of trippy.
We've been slacking a little bit in the past few weeks, and it's all because of me. And I always feel bad. Well, I really had no option for this one.
It's okay.
But you know what? For the however many people are listening, you've got it today, and that's all that matters.
Life happened. It's fine. I'm just so glad you're feeling better.
Oh, thank you. This is the most talking I've done in a long time. I will say my mouth is a little sore, but that's all right.
Well, you know what? You were such a trooper.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're feeling better, and everyone send well wishes to Katie.
Oh God, thank you. All right.
Yeah. Well, happy Taurus season, everyone.
I don't think it is yet, actually.
Yes, it is.
When does it start?
The 22nd. No, the 20th. It's April 20th to May 20th.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yeah. So happy Taurus season, everyone. Enjoy.
Taurus season. Yeah.
Thrive. I mean...
Actually, the start date is the 19th. And date the 20th.
Okay.
Oh my God. Queen Elizabeth II, Megan Fox, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, George Clooney.
Did you say Dwayne?
Oh, yes, his name is, yes. The only reason I say that is because my roommate's mom fully was convinced that his name was actually Dwayne, so now we just call him Dwayne.
The Rock is my king. I love The Rock so much.
Adele, Mark Zuckerberg, David Beckham, Princess Charlotte. I don't know what the rest of them.
Does anyone else just love The Rock, or is that me?
Hold on. William Shakespeare.
Oh, king! Literary king. I'm so honored.
Tina Fey, Billy Joel. Wow, we got a lot of... The Tauri? Is that like the plural?
Tauri.
All these Tauri.
Truly is the best sign. Wait, I don't even know that much. Like, is Taurus a water sign? An earth sign?
I think it's an earth sign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an earth sign.
Yeah, I really flex being a Taurus, yet I don't know that much about astrology, but it's fine.
I don't know anything about astrology.
I just know Taurus are strong. Like, that's why the symbol is a bull. Like, just generally, they exude, like, strength.
I actually know nothing, so don't.
All I know is that our symbol is the bull because we're strong, supposedly. So, love that. Happy Taurus season, and we will see you in less than a week on Thursday.
Yeah. Oh. Bye, guys.
Bye.